made for believing and dreams are meant for achieving. Hello and welcome to Incredible Achievers, Brands and Leaders on ET Now, a series that tracks the journeys of some of India's best-known companies. On this episode, we will take you behind the story of a leader in the logistics space. DTDC Courier and Cargo started its journey in 1990 and is today a frontrunner in providing logistics solutions to customers around the world. Here's the inspiring story. While most are lost in disappointments over career paths that do not move in the expected direction, one man did not lose hope and decided to tap the potential of the logistics space way back in 1990. Today, this enterprise is one of India's largest courier networks, famously known as DTDC Courier and Cargo. Started as a desk-to-desk courier service, today the company functions in all areas of the supply chain system. Headquartered at Bengaluru, DTDC has a presence in more than 500 district headquarters through its large network of over 7,000 franchisees. Today, it extends services to over 10,000 pin codes while handling more than an astounding 11.5 million shipments every month.
I designed first time in the country, which nobody ever heard those 88, 89, 90 days, that something called franchise system, where I was offering not a commission system to anybody. I said, you are entrepreneur, you manage your station, you deliver the packages, and to the delivery you get the customer, and to the customer you take the revenue, and you only give a part of it to carry the revenue and give me a royalty. Rest of the money is yours. And then I opened my office in Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, and then started my franchise's journey over there, and that's the way things moved. And slowly, desk-to-desk courier company started entering in the entire part of the country.
We have found that the network system that DTDC has across Karnataka in remote areas also, other couriers companies don't have. Okay, so for our distribution system, we are a rural provider, more of rural operator rather than urban operator. I mean, our distribution base is more in rural Karnataka. All over the country, actually, it is more of rural. So it depends a lot on DTDC kind of courier agency who basically serves our distribution system.
A man determined to make a difference to society at large, Subhasish Chakraborty pioneered the concept of franchisees in the logistics space in India. The idea germinated, gained momentum, and soon took wings to become an answer for hundreds of unemployed people across India. It did not just develop as a wealth-making scheme, but a wealth-sharing one.
The USP of DTDC, this franchisee model, is not like a commission basis, it is a profit sharing basis. Whatever we are booking the consignment and all, we are the fully owner of the profit. That's why this catching up very huge way. That's why this network also expand in and around India in a better way compared to other our competitors.
The earliest business at DTDC was that of domestic express services. But today it proudly boasts of expanding its offerings manifold. E-commerce is fast catching pace with customers, and DTDC.Zot is the first pan-India e-commerce delivery network with a reach across 2,300 cities and 8,000 pin codes, focusing exclusively on the e-retail space.
It's a new area, it's uncharted territory, it's still evolving, and therefore .Zot, being small, nimble, separate, and still within part of the DTDC group and utilizing all the advantages that the huge network of DTDC offers, is able to adapt to it. It's able to change things much faster and come up with new ways of doing things. And that's what .Zot is doing today. It is adapting to the evolving requirements of this market, of the receivers, of the customers, of the e-commerce companies, and making things happen.
DTDC has always aimed at making a strong presence in every area of the logistics space. One way the company increased its freight presence globally was by joining hands with Bengaluru-based freight forwarding company Csr Logistics in 2013.
I think on the larger canvas, this was a win-win and a win strategy from both the parties. And this key objective was to get the international business segment into DTDC Group, which is a key link for the entire supply chain business. And I think when I say win-win-win, it's mainly from DTDC point of view. This is the largest domestic player, logistic player in the business. And to give an end-to-end solution to the customer, this link was very important, the international business, which we added value. And that's how it became win for the customer, win for DTDC and Nikos.
We started only with Express Courier Company. Today we are integrated supply chain logistics. Then we started moving on international. Then we realized that in India, customers are also looking for economy solutions. And then we understood that if the customer looking for economy solution, they cannot pay the high price of the airline's cost. Then we found that road network is important. So we moved to the same customer, and the road network is requirement. We moved that our DTDC supply chain industry, we started it. And supply chain industry, what we did it, our bonded trucks, our closed body trucks now moves across the country, crisscrossing every night, covering the entire length and breadth of country, where you offer all the huge packages of the customer through road, thus giving them economy benefits, unlike the air. Then we realized it is not the carrying is enough. Customers looking for smaller micro warehouse to the big warehouses. With e-commerce invent, with e-commerce coming in a big way, we realized that we have to fulfill that need. And now we move to the warehousing, small and the biggest warehousing. So from a courier company, domestic, then the international, then the road logistics, and then the warehousing, and then the e-commerce company today, and ultimately we are having requirement of air freight and sea freight, that also you opened now. With this today we can serve one single customer, whatever they need, right from procurement of the raw material to the finished good dispatch across the globe, either through air or by sea, or storing their goods, bringing from abroad.
Not only did you make the franchisee model as a first and a success in India, but it's very, very interesting how an Indian company has set its footprint abroad and in so many countries. We always hear of other countries coming here with their businesses and making it a success. DTDC has gone from here and made a success. Please tell us about that journey.
We first found it out that UK and USA are the two countries where the major things are going it. Then we realized these two countries, huge Indians are there. Then we thought that if we are sending a package delivered by somebody, it's fine. But when that customer delivered by that company is approached by this company who delivered it, they are bringing back their packet to India and they are going to my customer and telling, why you are giving to DTDC, I am only bringing your packet, why don't you give it to me? I understood that there is a threat. And so we decided that first let us do with our limited capacity. When all these companies are coming to India, why not we as an Indian company also can create something like this? If my franchise system worked well, and if we can put my footstep in this country where huge Indian populations is there, and that was my USP, covering the Indian business people and Indian customers over there, then why not it will work? So in 2000 June 1st, we first stepped in London, opened a small residence cum office. With that, my London business, UK business started. And today there are many franchisees, many offices in UK, Birmingham, Manchester, Leicester, and all this kind of place where the Indians and Asian communities are there. And we are covering all these things. And same way we went to New York, New Jersey, and all these places in USA, and many places today we are there. And that's the way we moved to all the places like Canada, where huge Indian contingent, Dubai, Middle East, UAE, where huge Indian contingent, and then we moved to Singapore, again huge contingent. Then we now moved to Kenya, then we moved now to Australia, again Indian students and Indian business people. So that's the way it started clicking it, and our international journey started it.
And one of your services, premium services, is the less than 24-hour delivery.
Right.
I want to understand the cost-benefit ratio and how is the revenue there?
If you could see that this particular segment, the premium segment, last year we already covered more than 20% of our normal revenue has been covered in the premium segment. Because customer today are not talking about that you reduce our rates. Customer are only talking about you give me service and takes the money. And this business is growing. We are the first company to start onboard courier, where the packages are carried by the courier boys to the destination, so that we can fulfill our commitment. And we are increasing the number of onboard couriers, where we are increasing our number of vehicles, we are increasing our number of on-train courier to expand this service, and which will be possibly the next phase. We will start our same-day service between the metros.
And also about the CSR initiative that you have at DTDC. I want to know about the CSR initiative.
My philosophy to start with this business is that if I earn 1 rupee, my partner should earn 5 rupees. CSR activity. Government of India today made the CSR compulsory for the corporates, but much earlier to that, we decided that whatever we earn our money, 25% of our entire family's income, we'll give back to a foundation. We created a foundation called Subhasish Chakraborty Foundation, SSCF. This foundation started working first with the slum boys and girls who are above 18 years. We started working with an organization called Unnati, who takes these girls from the slums and the boys from the slums. For the girls, we give the training to them for the basic nursing. We bring these boys from this orphan and give them a training right from the toilet cleaning to the using the 600 English words within 2 months, and giving them a compulsory job at the end of the 60 days program. They are associated with World Vision. World Vision is an organization who takes care of the orphan children and the helpless children where parents cannot do anything. And they takes care of all these boys and girls, their education, their shelter, their medicine, and everything for them. And you can adopt a child and you can take care of their entire progress. Every year we are taking 20-25 boys and girls. Every year we are taking them. Last but not the least, we now joined with Ravi Shankarji's Art of Living, and we just finished one of the project in Mysore district, in Chamarajnagar district, one village, where 169 household people are there, where till now no electricity. With the in association with Art of Living and we together, we electrified the entire village, where now the children can study in the night. The whole village is electrified.
What is it that motivates you to be an entrepreneur, and what's the mantra of success?
Very simple. I understand that an ordinary person, if we can make them believe what I believed right from my have-nots days till today, that we have to create a dream in the mind of the people. People must not dream only night. They should daydreaming. They must realize that to fulfill their dream, they must have to act some daring activities. And when they're ready to have this dream and daring activities, they also can deliver what they dream for.
DTDC has always believed in doing business with a heart and has built its success around the supply chain of happiness. With this vision and dreams for a better connected world, it has achieved high growth and helped satisfy the needs of its stakeholders, customers, as well as employees. In fact, DTDC has always had strong organizational values, and it strongly believes in keeping its employees happy. We will slip into a short break at this point, but when we come back, we will take you behind the tireless back-end work at DTDC, which is key to ensuring timely deliveries for you and me. Keep watching ET Now. Welcome back. You're watching Incredible Achievers, Brands and Leaders on ET Now. On the show today, we are exploring the inspirational journey of DTDC Courier and Cargo. Let's now take a look at the set of robust technological innovations that make this company a reliable partner for safe and timely deliveries. One of the biggest factors that keeps a logistics player on top of its game is the speed at which it delivers consignments. This requires a strong system in place to conduct effective packaging for safety of products and on-time deliveries. DTDC makes use of the latest cutting-edge technologies to ensure punctuality in transferring packages from one corner of the world to the next.
For last 25 years, DTDC is a very techno-savvy organization. We manage more than 11 million parcels, and 11 million parcels are all run on a completely technology platform. Recently, we signed a 5-year transformation project with IBM. Along with IBM, we are currently engaged in evaluating several cutting-edge technologies. These technologies include introduction of new CRM system, new cloud-based WMS system, new Salesforce automation system, mobility solutions, tracking systems. All these will greatly benefit the way we do the business today and the way customers do the business today. Today, customers track our parcels on a website. Tomorrow, we will track customers and send them push notifications on their smartphones so that they get information without they tracking the parcel.
It is not easy, whether it is sun or rain or shine, to be out there on the roads 24/7 in the dust, in the pollution, in the heat, to go and do what you are doing.
DTDC believes the real heroes of the business are the delivery personnel on the road. To ensure that the delivery personnel are well trained in all aspects of code and conduct, they are taken through a rigorous process of learning and development. DTDC believes in employee development, and the work environment at DTDC ensures systematic operations and is conducive to employee growth.
I am working with Avenue Road franchisee since last 19 years. My working experience is very good here. My seniors and colleagues are cooperating with me in a good way. It's a family atmosphere. I have 2 children and my franchisee is taking care of all their studies.
Last year we have launched our 5 values. The values are excellence, leadership, openness, responsive and humility. So these are the 5 values which have embodied DTDCians for the next 25-year journey and will also propel all of us towards our golden jubilee. So these are the values which make us what we are today, and we feel that we need to bring the culture. So every DTDCian, whether he's at home, whether he's at work, must embody these values in everything that they do. And we have launched a number of initiatives for that, and we are engaging our employees very actively so that they align themselves naturally with these values.
See, I think learning and development is essential to anybody in this kind of an industry, because we are a very process-driven industry. Otherwise, on the scale that we operate, delivering more than 11.5 million parcels a month, it would simply not be possible without the right processes set in place. In 2011, we took a very conscious call that we need to formally set up something known as a learning and development department within the organization. And the sole objective given to this department, which of course we kept it not directly under the HR department, but their objective is make sure that every individual in this organization, irrespective of whether he is a direct employee or a channel partner, is absolutely well trained on the essential processes that are needed to make themselves successful, not only in their business but also in terms of the service that they provide. And from then on, we've adopted a lot of technology. We've grown our team size. Now we've got more than 30 to 35 in-house trainers, along with a lot of on-the-job trainers that we recruit and position across the country, which makes sure that this workforce of more than 15,000-20,000 people is constantly getting trained and upgraded on the latest business practices, and therefore effectively providing the best service to the end consumer.
What is the sort of association with GeoPost for DTDC?
Our association with GeoPost began last year when we formally inducted them onto our board as our strategic partners. To give a background, GeoPost is a subsidiary entity of La Poste, which is basically the French postal department. And they are one of the largest express and logistics companies in the world and have a market leadership position in Europe. They have a very clear vision that they want to grow in all the emerging markets across the world, and clearly as a part of that, India happens to be the greatest focus. And we're very proud and happy of the fact that when they chose to make their entry in India, they felt that the right partner to do that would be a company like DTDC, because they believe that DTDC has the same values, the same principles, and the same model which they've made it very successful in Europe, and we have the potential to become that kind of an organization. I think the biggest benefit for us and to our customers with Geopost coming on board is that now the doors are open for us to an altogether new world in terms of the kind of technology, the kind of business best practices, the kind of know-how that they have. And knowing that the European market is a few years ahead of what the Indian market is today, we get to take that quantum leap to learn from what they're doing well and tailor it to the Indian requirement and make sure that Indian consumers get the first chance to experiencing world-class quality services and products.
I'm going to rewind a few years and I'm going to ask you, what was that first marketing strategy that DTDC adopted?
It was more of a very direct one-to-one kind of marketing which we did in those initial years, which actually helped us create our base, which was getting so many channel partners interested. But of course, over the years, it has transformed a lot, and we've gone and launched more products, we've gone and launched more divisions. It would not be wrong to say that conventionally DTDC used to be a very marketing shy organization, because most of our marketing was below the line and direct marketing, where channel partners would go and meet customers or simply market their products when they deliver a package and they would request for more business. But I think around 2008, 2009, we decided that we didn't want to be just another company in the midst of a pack of a lot of small Indian logistics players. We said we need to distinguish ourselves, we need to give an offering to the market which is very, very clear and something which makes a value and makes a difference to our people. And that's when we said, yes, this company is about delivering value, and if this company is about delivering value, then we need to create products which will really make that difference to our customers' life cycle, whether from their personal life or from their professional life. And around 2009 is when we started giving an altogether new brand image to the company. We made sure that channel partners themselves become more professional in the way they approach their customers, in the way they brand their outlets, in the kind of communication material that they share with them. And therefore, we spent the last 2 to 3 years to really set up a ground and ensure that wherever a consumer sees a DTDC outlet, whether it's a company outlet or a channel partner outlet, they understand that this outlet comes with a promise, and that promise works 100% of the time.
Everybody around us is really becoming environmental friendly. So what does DTDC do to promote the green logistics?
Yeah, I think the green logistics, or if you can say the environment friendly way of doing business, is something that is no longer a luxury. It is definitely going to be an essential part of our way of doing business, and we recognize that very clearly. Right from very small things in terms of the kind of energy consumption that we do to run our business or to run our offices, we are very conscious about that, and we make sure that we constantly keep a monitoring mechanism and a separate team which is dedicated only to control the kind of energy consumption that we do. And end of the day, we try to see that how can we reduce our carbon footprint. One of the big initiatives that we've undertaken is to actually optimize our delivery fleet network. We realized over a period of time that without optimization, the number of kilometers that were being run by our vehicles and our people is actually consuming more fuel, and that fuel directly has the more fuel you burn, you're going to pollute more. So we've brought on one of the most interesting pieces of technology which are going to actually optimize our entire network and make sure that any delivery fleet which DTDC always uses the least amount of fuel consumption that is possible to deliver that particular parcel. And that's how we're going to make a big impact on our carbon footprint and ensure that at the end of the day we are an environmentally conscious organization.
What is the value system you have in place?
Values have been something that's fundamental and core to our business. Sometimes people ask me, how does it feel to be in a family business, and what do you see this business becoming a few years down the line? Will you become a corporate? I said yes, we will definitely corporatize many aspects of our business, but this will always remain a family business simply because it's built from the very same principles and values on which a good family is built. And we have 5 simple values which we believe any good family should have. And they are excellence, leadership, openness, to be responsive, and to have humility. And if you really look at it, all those 5 elements, you will find it in any good family. You need to be excellent at what you do if you have to really do well for yourself. Every family requires a good leader, and everyone to be a leader in their own right to lead that business. No family can do well if people don't trust each other and don't have the openness to share, whether within the family or outside of it. And in our kind of business, you have to be responsive. You cannot tell a customer, please wait, I will try and respond to you in 24 hours. They have a requirement, they need to be responded to at the very moment. And at the end of the day, it all boils down to humility. The higher you grow in life, the deeper your roots need to go into the earth and more your feet need to be on the ground. And we teach every associate who works with us, whether an employee or a channel partner, be humble, because at the end of the day, that's what keeps you grounded and that's what makes sure that you always continue to rise in life.
With new offerings in the retail space in the form of DTDC New World stores, a compelling footprint across the globe and presence in almost all domains of logistics, today DTDC is a household brand name for supply chain solutions. Having further achieved an annual group turnover of 750 crore rupees last year and showing continuous efforts to innovate and be in sync with the need of the hour, this trailblazer is on its way to redefining the logistics space even further. Well, that was the incredible journey of DTDC Courier and Cargo, and that's all we have for you from this episode. Next time, we will explore the journey of another business brand and meet the inspiring men and women behind it. Goodbye.